Hi guys, and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be looking at a semi-solo style play. I've just started running this build just to test it really, and I've really enjoyed it. It's so funny in duels and 1v1 combat. But before we get into it, I've got someone else here with me. This is Guskey, he's from my guild, he's running crossbow. I'm just going to use him basically to get me to a low amount of health just to show what this build can do in combat. But I'm running Mage Cowl for the poison, I'll go into that further in a second, Mercenary Jacket for Bloodlust because it's fantastic, and Night Boots for the shield, as well as the charge. I'm also running Axe. I'm only running Journeyman's at the moment because I can't actually wear anything else. I'm actually running Torch. The reason I'm doing that is because the attack speed bonus with Deep Cuts giving me an extra bleed on them that I can get very quickly. But before we get into it, let's actually do this duel. So he's going to drop me down to like 20%, and I can show off what this build can do. I'm expecting to just lose half my health here. There we go. That'll do. So what we would do is poison, Q, and then if you just look at my health right now, look at the amount we're managing to heal in such a short amount of time. We healed like 50% of our health bar. So yeah, we pulled like 50% of our health bar back, as well as kicked out a lot of damage very quickly. Now, what manages to do this? So if we look at Bloodlust, Bloodlust is the centerpiece of this whole build. He manages... I'm just going to say thanks. So it's either 10 seconds or 15 hits. What that does for us is heals for 15 times. That's a lot of healing in the grand scheme of things. We use poison just to give us an extra way to generate them ticks. It's also a lot of damage. That's over 500 damage right there. And we use the bleeds off this as well as the auto attacks and the passive bleeds. So we can trigger all of this for just such a fast pace. We have E, which also heals as well. I'm using W for the move speed just because people are realising that once I get that tanky and survivable, people are kiting. And I'm also using Night Boots for the exact same reason, just to give me a little bit more tankiness and to give me a gap closer. But this whole build is built for just being able to survive, really. Like, it's so... If you get... So I had someone duel me, which was a daggers. Actually, let's go to Limhurst while we're talking and see if we can get some more duels with random people. I had a dagger guy duel me, and he got his full combo off and got me to like 20% with his exit or his slit throat. And then we managed to just heal, and we healed fully, and we absolutely tore him apart. So let's see if we can find someone that's wanting to duel. But we'll let people come to us. But this whole build is built for surviving. In terms of what it can do in Hell Rifts, excuse me, I've got hiccups of course as I start recording. It's not great in Hell Rifts, but for levelling up axes, you've got things like the Carrying Caller. Let's get to this one. You've got things like the Halberd, which is used as a just AoE debuff everything. Oh, we've got a duel. So let's say yes. We don't even know which running at the moment. It's ballsy. Okay, so he's running Black Fists. It's a pretty strong weapon. It's one that I want to do a video on. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep him bleeded. We save all of our cooldowns till we get to like 50% health. So he's fully bleeded right now. He's going to do Big Burst. And he's going to try and kite us. So again, this is why... And he's going to try and do the same thing to us again. But we're just healing now. Like, look at our health. He's got Big Burst on us again, and he's probably going to kite. He might actually win this just because he's played really well in kiting. But we can do the same. And look at that healing, guys. We actually won that just because we like completely face rolled, and we didn't do anything spectacular there. If we actually look at his item power, 834 item power, I'm running 831, so he's actually slightly better geared than me as well. Obviously a better weapon would make a massive difference to this, because it's only 500 item power at the moment, so it's doing no damage. But we are just so tanky. Actually very low health. But yeah, that's kind of what this build's about. You've got other options that you can then use off the axe tree for hell rifts. Obviously it doesn't help so much with the mastery, but this is definitely something to keep an eye on if you're just looking to do solo content, PvE content, or 1v1 content. If someone comes to gank you 1v1, I hold your chances pretty high with this build. Anyway guys, if there's anything you want to see, leave it in the comments like always. Like, subscribe, you all know all this. Check out my Twitch, we're still in the partnership process. We haven't heard anything back yet, so please head on over and find out what's going on. Oh, we've got one final duel. Let's do this as the final duel. He's very geared. Like, exceptionally geared, and I don't know what he's running. Oh, he's running axe. Okay, so there is a good chance he's going to absolutely hammer us. Oh, he's running carrying cooler. Okay, so this is our biggest counter. So I'm glad we see this. The reason this is a counter is because the bleed you put on actually reduces healing. Yeah, so he's running very similar build to us, and look at the amount of healing he's doing even without this. Like, you can quite easily, he's just a lot better geared than us as well, but you can quite easily run this with, like, so I've looked at doing it with the halberd. You can use this in hell rifts. You use rending strike on your main target, build it up as much as you can. You've got adrenaline boost just for a steroid, or you've got heavy smash for a very targeted damage. And then you've got rending swing, which means you can put a bleed on everybody. And with that big bleeds on everybody, reducing their healing on everybody, you can then pop bloodlust, which is your heal, and you're going to be healing off every single one of them ticks. Like, that's an insane amount of healing. You can play very much an off-tank while tanking hell rifts. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch. Other than that, have a nice day, guys. See you later.